And it says we're live. So open your mind to the way, the conscious way, the way of conscious mindfulness. Hi, Sifu Boggy here. Sifu means guide, means somebody who points you along your path, guides you on your way. Boggy means the balancer between the chaos and the calmness. And for the last 39 years now, I've been studying the Taoist arts. The Tao means the way, the path, the balance. And I've been studying different techniques, different arts like Tai Chi, Qigong, Tit Ta, Tui Na, which is also Chinese massage, reflexology, acupressure, 5-element cooking, 5-element theory, Taoist philosophy, and many, many other techniques. And my goal, my aim, is to use these to help you balance yourself and help you supercharge yourself. And over the years, I've helped students with fibromyalgia, with ME, with MS, with chronic pain, with stress and anxiety. I've also helped life coaches, and other massage practitioners, healing practitioners, supercharge themselves and ensure they never burn out. So that's who I am and what I do. What's this show all about? Well, this show is the way of conscious mindfulness, which is a regular weekly podcast show talking about spirituality and science, balancing mind, body, and spirit with health and well-being, and using the Taoist thoughts and principles as much as possible. What does the Tao mean? The Tao, again, means the way, the path, the balance. Now, surprise, surprise, this isn't a normal talk show. Anything with me in it isn't normal. Actually, anything probably with Natalie in it isn't normal either. But we have an open discussion talking about ways, new skills, new techniques to help you balance your own personal way, path, or Tao. So that's what the show's about. And it's sort of new and old because this is actually episode 282. I've done 282 of these. But at the same time, I think we're on about 30. I think you're going to be episode 37 on the podcast on Spotify and on Bring Me to Life, which is the network that I also put these podcasts on. So yeah, so this is episode 282, and this is all about the way of well, I know her as Namu. I know her as is it Natalie Musaphia, if I remember rightly.
Musaphia.
Musaphia.
You can say Musaphia, but I get all sorts said to me.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So do I. You know, boggy, boogie, bogey, whatever. It's all good. So Natalie, what we were having actually, I know on the the audio podcast, your show came up just a couple of weeks ago, the one from 2018 that we did. So it's quite funny that, you know, a couple of shows later on the audio podcast and you're back again. But I'm going to ask that question again. So Natalie, what is your Tao? What is your way? What is your personal path?
Oh, well, I don't remember anything about that. The other one, by the way, nothing. I remember I did it, but I don't remember what was said. But it was all truth, truth at the time. So yeah, but no, now I just stay in the moment. I don't really go back or forwards. I just stay in the moment, be a human, like a proper human. And yeah, just stuff happens, the magic happens. Like I'm so in the flow, I don't know, just my energy just attracts anything I need. It will come and I'll think of people, they appear. Weird stuff, like even yesterday I was sitting having a pedicure that my mum bought me because I don't have treatments anymore. I don't need anything, I'm sorted, you know what I mean? I don't need enhancements. My mum bought me a treatment because I'd rather have a treatment than a present, like a tangible thing. And I'm sitting there and the woman said to me, what massage do you do? So I told her, because she said, oh, you used to do it. And I was like, no, I still do it. So I told her all the types I do. Next thing I know, that her phone rings in the salon. She picks the phone up. She's going to the woman, oh, no, we don't do that. But I've got a client here who does. I'm looking at her and she's going, reflexology, you do that. she passed the phone over. The woman was like, oh, I need some reflexology for my mum. And I said something, and she went, oh, you're a fitness instructor, David Lloyd? And I was like, yeah. She went, I used to do your classes. Like, this woman's just appeared. And so anyway, I'm going to do her mum reflexology tomorrow. But how weird is that? I'm just sitting there, and this woman has found me. Like, that happens all the time. Things like weird things. It's freaky.
Well, yeah, it is. I mean, I think it's weird to, like, you know, in the UK or in the West, that's weird. But, you know, ironically enough, the reason I've always thought you were awesome is that that's very Taoistic. There's a book called The Tao of Winnie the Pooh, or the Tao of Pooh, and it's the whole thing of is that Winnie Pooh just is. You know, he doesn't worry about the past, the present, the future. He just is, and he goes on these massive adventures, and all his, you know, his friends are, you know, oh, you know, you don't worry about this, or you don't do this, you don't do that, you just. You know, he just is, and that's what you do. You know, you know.
That's so weird. I didn't know that was what Winnie the Pooh did, but yeah. And Paddington too, where he goes in prison. I've always said if I got put in prison, I'd be exactly like Paddington in Paddington 2. I'll just resonate with that bear. But yeah, no, this is it. This is it, and it's very rare, as I'm finding out, as people get surprised when they meet me. And I've never met anyone like you before. Just freaks me out. Even Volvo, I went for a service. Whenever I ring them up, they're like, oh, it's a happy lady. And I'm like, hold on. What do you mean it's the happy lady? Well, I'm the only happy person who rings. Yeah, you're the only one who's happy.
Yeah.
No.
Well, you know, it is a crazy world. We in that essence is that, you know, you think you focus on, you know, the, well, there's a thing called epigenetics, and epigenetics is actually, it was really getting big, and then, you know, the big C, the C word came along, but it was getting really big, and epigenetics is all about your internal environment, your inside affects your physical body. So if the more happy you are, the more your immune system increases, and the healthier you become. And the more negative you are, the more your immune system decreases, and the more ill you become. And we sort of know it is. Well, we know it is because, like, the whole thing, we get stressed, and I've got a cold because I'm stressed and I'm tired, but we don't really get how powerful that is. And you've imbued it. You know, the positive side, you totally imbued it, but you've taken it to the Winnie the Pooh level, well, where it is literally just an adventure, and you just go on these, you know, this massive adventure. And yeah, it is an interesting concept, because I mean, a lot of people. I'm now live down on the coast. I live in Worthing, but I still work up in London. So on the days I work, I travel, like, you know, both ways. I travel 74 miles there, 74 miles back. It's about 2.5 to 3 hour journey there and back. And people, oh, you're mad, you're crazy. When I'm on a train, I do my stuff. I go to sleep. I watch a movie. I read a book. I'm not stressed. So I don't even have to drive it, because the driving, I used to love driving, but driving does tire you out. And now, so like, yeah, but oh, you know, you do a 10-hour day plus that's 16 hours. Yeah, but when I get home, I come back, spend an hour on the beach, super chilled out, super relaxed, go to sleep, get enough sleep, get up and go back to work, do that for a few days, and then I have 3 or 4 days off. What? You know, come on, guys, seriously. You know, that's the whole point.
Yeah, my life's like a holiday, but I work, as people would call it work, but it's play, like it's play. It's nothing worky about it. If you've got a definition of work, I don't know. I get money that pays for my bills from stuff I love, but that's it. And I spend a lot of time in the spa at the gym that I'm a member of, that I work at as well, but I pay for membership because I want to use that spa every day. There's people with so much money, so many big businesses that go, I haven't got time for the spa. They haven't got time for their health. Like, they're too busy making money. And they look at me, and the other day one went to me, you've cracked it, haven't you? You've cracked life. Right. you're here in this spot every day, like you're on holiday, looking after yourself, but you earn money doing what you love. I was like, yeah, that's it. That's it. Simple life. Look at health is the most important thing. That's it. I don't need to be anywhere. I don't aspire to have anything that I haven't got. There's nothing I need. There's nothing I want. There's nowhere I need to be. No one I need to be. Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Be happy. That's all that matters. You know, what I don't know if it's a British saying or you know, worldwide saying, but you know, you were well, what's the saying? Work to live, don't live to work. But your work is your life, and I that's what I grew up thinking. That's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to go by your passions. You know, you're supposed to. Your passion is supposed to become your job. And you listen to entrepreneurs, and that's what they say is if you can, you know, whatever your passion is, you can, you know, you should be doing that as your job. And people go, oh yeah, but I can't earn money that way. Whatever you do,
you will. If you don't have a plan B, you have to survive, and you will.
Yeah, and you'll figure it out, and I think that's the point. You know, it is that, but I think a lot of us, you know, it's like I used to be close protection. I used to, and I worked with millionaires and billionaires, and like you say, most of them were freaking miserable because everything was money, or everybody around them wanted money.
Yeah, they're competition. They're in competition. To get the next big thing. Like someone told me the other day that some guys I knew from school are earning so much money in Dubai, they don't know what to do with it. They're like, one's depressed. He's like, I've got matching his and hers Ferraris. But there's nothing for me to do. Like, but he's not in the moment, do you know what I mean? Then he's getting £500 steaks to eat every night because with gold leaf. See, so then you get to silly things like, oh, but that's because, I don't know, you've got to start giving then, you've got to start giving. When you get to that point, you've got to give and do good, I think, to get healthy inside. If it's all about yourself, no, it's not healthy.
No. Well, that goes into service to self and service to others, that what people don't, or you know, sort of the Taoist viewpoint on that is that you need a service to, you know, when you're in survival mode, you need service to self, but to get past that, you need service to others. When you get to a point where you've got enough for yourself, that's the point where, you know, the overflow is when you help others. And if you really want to thrive, then you need to be service to others. You need to help others, and to, you know, and the whole thing of like, you know, I saw with your story was that when when you're helping others, and you know, and you've done, you know, Christmas time, you've done, you know, you would go and do the homeless.
Yeah.
And that, you know, with helping other people, and then when you're, you know, that what you give then helps them, and that reflects back onto you. You know, you feel better for helping others, but it's that thing of you've got to maintain that personal happiness. You've got to strive for happiness rather than strive for wealth or strive for materialistic stuff.
Yeah. I get so many wealthy and money people coming up to me going, right now, I've got a yacht, I've got a plane, but I haven't got this joy that you've got. And I just laugh. The other things have probably got to go to get here. Because that's what I did. I got rid of everything. And that, when I was getting divorced and that, or after the divorce, and ended up living on the boat. And yeah, the less I have now, the happier I get. It's freaky. And people are waiting for me to not be happy or to suffer. But anywhere I am, I won't suffer because of my mind. It's I'm very lucky, very lucky.
Well, and gratitude is an important thing as well. You know, that's what builds it up. You know, because like for me, I always because on the show I said it quite a few times, or as I say, you're a Taoist, and you know, people go, what? And it's, but you know, and you are that. You are a Taoist. You don't even know you're a freaking
No, I don't
Taoist.
know. People call me loads of things, and I don't even know that. I'm just human. I'm just me, and that's the powerful thing. Is I'm just me, and I don't care who likes it or doesn't like it. I don't hide myself anymore like I did for years, like most people do, and they'll die hidden. But I'm lucky I'm not hidden, and I'm good on my own. Once you're good on your own, you crack life. But we're not taught that, because no one wants us to crack life. They want us to conform and follow everyone else. So no one wants you to be individual. So most people will never crack it. They've got to be brave, but yeah, they can't. That's why I stopped my Namu, because it's the same people every day. They weren't being brave. They just living through me. And I was like, no, I've got to leave you. Cut the strings. You got to go and live. Don't come listening to me every day, getting a bit happy through me. You've got to get your own. So I am a bit called to be kind sometimes, because you can't. I'm a lighthouse, not a tugboat. Someone said that to me once. I'm not tugging people along. I'm there to show what you can do or what you can have or be. But it's your own way. You can't buy a boat. People buy things that I've got to try and be like me, or do the job to think they're going to get happy. They'll buy the same coat as me, the same car. Right? No, that doesn't work. That's not your prescription. Like, that's mine.
Well, it's not the items. It's not the items that make you. You know, it's not the items. You know. And it's not even technically the lifestyle. Living your exact lifestyle doesn't necessarily mean that they'll be happy. It's finding their own freedom. You know, it's their.
That's it. So they don't want to do the work. They're lazy. They want to be comfy, and they want someone to look after them. And I get it. I was there, and I could easily have stayed there. But lucky for me and for a lot of people, I didn't, because now I inspire a lot of people to do it. Not by dragging them, just by being me and being alive and existing. My existence gets around. Some people go meet me like, oh, I've heard about you. It's like this, this not a legend, but it's story that people believe that's really
true. You're definitely infamous because of you're living your truth. That's what because people, you know, I get the same. Oh, I've heard about you. You know, you know, you're always happy, and you're always, you're not normal. What's normal? Normal is happy. I'm happy to be the weird, you know.
Yeah, all the people I meet now are not normal. They're themselves. They're pure humans. It's just the vibrations attract. I just love it. I love the energy that people can't explain. And like you said, like, I am proof of the inside affecting the outside, because people that can't believe I'm 47, like, they're like, what? No, like, yes, because I've got peace inside. I don't have any drama, any toxic stuff. I don't let anyone drain my energy. So it's just overflowing. And people can feel that, or feel it rather than see it. And they're confused. They're confused. But this shows how rare it is to have a healthy lifestyle with no one draining you. And that it's other people that are doing the damage, really. And you're letting them. People are letting them. But that's because we're taught to people please from a young age. Be good. Follow the rules. But that at 40, I stopped that. And yeah, it's only good. It's only good. I scare people that follow the rules. They don't know what to do with me.
You, me both. Because the whole point is, but you know, the rules are the whole thing. Or when we talk about the matrix, that's a matrix. It is, you know, those rules were set in place because certain people like order. You know, there's an interesting thing, a little bit of a Eastern philosophy history, is that everybody says, Confucius is very wise and very and wonderful. Confucius was actually all about control and manipulation. Confucius, in China, if you ever heard about the foot binding in China, women having their foot bound, that was Confucius. That was under the rule. Confucius was about society, and it was actually the Taoists, which were more free flowing, the rebels. There's a funny thing that in China you have Taoist temples. So you have a Taoist temple run by Buddhists who because Buddhists were very much about compassion and they maintain things and look after things, financed by Confucianists, and the Taoists would piss off somewhere and go off to the mountain, and they'll come back and say, "Oh, hello, I'm back, hello," stay for 5 minutes, couple of hours, 5 days, and then disappear again. And that's a big joke in the in the ancient China before communism. The ancient China was run. You had Confucianism, Taoism, and Buddhism. And Buddhism is all about compassion and the heart and the maintaining. So it's like divine feminine maintaining. The Taoist is about the spontaneity and creating things and going with the flow. And you're there 1 minute and you're somewhere else the next, because that's flowing with your true Tao. And the Confucianists were actually about order and stability and control and try to make things in a certain way. But in ancient China, that worked. Those three together found harmony, which is an interesting thing. So, it's finally, but whenever, like now, you hear, Confucius say, and it's, Confucius was very wise. And most of the things that they say Confucius says were actually Taoist or Buddhist. But it's that whole thing of, you get, our society has that energy that's very manipulative, wants us to be in a certain way, and it's got to be about this and follow the Joneses and do all that.
It's fear, and it's a good example is just now. So again with Volvo, they serviced my car and gave me a piece of paper with red all over it, immediate attention required. So they give this to me when they sent it to me by email, telling me I needed £2,500 worth of work. So I'm really seeing all this red danger, like you need to pay this money. Years ago, I would have paid the money. I was scared. Oh, quick, oil leaks, tires. I declined. I pressed decline straight away. I didn't even decline. Took my bit of paper just now to a guy down the road who does car repairs. He was so good. He looked. He went, "No, they've made that look worse. No, that's not. No, you don't need that done. Are you bothered about that thing? No, that don't need done. Come down to like that, 200 quid from 2,500. He's like, don't worry about that. That can wait another 10,000 miles. But this is what manipulative. They're so manipulative companies. That's why I don't like manipulating anyone. I don't like making money off anyone. I'm not doing anything. I give my stuff free. My writing is free. I just write and try and help people, not for anything in return. Yes, if someone wants one-to-one with me, there has to be some kind of exchange, because no one's taking for nothing. But I want to write, so I put my writing out there. I'm doing that for me. Stick it out there for my kids when I'm gone. They've got all my writing on my Instagram or Facebook. They can see everything I said. That's good. That's free. Have it. But coming to my person, then there has to be an exchange. Like I say, my energy is sacred. But that's what I'm saying. Manipulate people go, I can make you better, I can do this. But most of them aren't better themselves. And you know what I mean? People are, I don't like manipulation. I could manipulate a lot of people if I wanted. Easy. I could write a course, go, right, come to me, I'll make you happy. No, because I know most of them won't change. They won't change. They read the books, don't they? They read the books. They feel better reading the book, put the book down, go back to their life. There's nothing, they don't change anything. And it's good for people who do help people and do help in a little bit and they make money, good for you, but that's not something I can do because I'm too honest.
It's that choice. You have to choose it. That's the whole point. You're the living example. Again, you're Taoist, and I would say you're a seafood because, again, right at the very beginning, I say, a lot of people say, I'm a guru, I'm a master. They're very Confucius. They're very about control. I'm the top. You do what I say. And you get lots of that. You find lots of masters and lots of gurus in all professions. Spiritual, healing, everywhere, who tell you this is how you should do it. This is right. That's wrong. And it's like for Taoist and like for me and in nature, there is no right or wrong. There just is. It is that what's right now might not be right next week or next month or tomorrow. It's the whole thing of he's going with that flow, learning to go with that flow. And the see-through is a guide. I point you in a direction. I say, Lord, well, this what works for me. I don't know if it'll work for you, but this is what works for me. And Lord, like you, it's like I've got loads of videos out there. I've got qigong for that. Somebody's got a back problem or wants to improve themselves in a certain way. There's a qigong for it, but the big but, if you don't freaking do it, it's not going to help you. And and the point is, a lot of people, again, in the Eastern philosophy, there's a thing called the golden pill, where people think like, oh, if I do one exercise, if I do go to the gym and do 15 minutes of running or a day of running, I'm going to be fit and healthy. I'll never have to do it again. That's hollocks. It doesn't work like that. You have to maintain it and keep it going. But this goes down to personal commitment and personal responsibility. You have to take responsibility for this. And what with you, Nat, it's the whole point of you're both endearing, empowering, and freaking scary at the same time, because you're showing who you are, and you're similar to me, but better looking. The whole point of it is your freedom scares the living daylights out of a lot of people, because they've got so used to, you have to be controlled and it has to be like this and it has to be like that. And the adventures, again, Winnie the Pooh, the adventures you're having totally contradict, their lifestyle is like, and as you said, millionaires and whatnot who have got the yachts and the his and her Rolls Royces and all of that, and yet you're far happier.
Yeah, totally. That's why I don't aspire to have anything more than I've gotten. People don't get it, but you must have a goal. I hate goals. What? No, I haven't got a goal. I'm healthy. I want to be healthy and live a good life. Like that. There's no goal. I don't need to get anywhere. I don't need qualification. I don't like the word professional. I hate that word. I'm not professional. I do what I'm meant to do as I'm meant to do it. I'm safe, but I don't do it how you're meant to do it. I do it my way. Everything I do my way. And you can. This is the thing. You can, but everyone tries to copy other people, and then they're never going to get happy unless you're embracing who you really are. You're wasting your time. Like you won't ever know. You'll die not knowing that there was another way. That's the only comfort I get, was that their ignorance is bliss. And I don't know if it's good to wake up just before you're about to die and realise you could have changed that or lived different. I don't know if that's good. But I know women in their 70s that have changed because they've met me, and something I've said has clicked, and they've changed and they've dyed their hair pink and they've done all this stuff, and their kids have got the hump with them because they've started doing what they want to do. So I love that. I do love that. And they're glad they've got there eventually, even though most of their life has gone. They're still happy that they changed. So everyone's got their own thing.
You say it yourself, Nat, is that the only thing that's important is now. It doesn't matter how old you are. It's the change now. It's that moment. It's that whole, for Star Wars fans out there, it's what when Darth Vader's dying, he's taking off his helmet, and Luke Skywalker's saying, "I wish I saved you," and you say, "You have, you saved me now." Even if it's your last, your last,
you're right.
You find out tomorrow you've got so many days to live. Freaking change then. It's about that moment. It's about that moment. And so there is no bad. You could, because I get this a lot. I get people say, "Oh, I'm too old to learn qigong. I'm too old to do this." No, you're not. It's hollocks. My oldest qigong student was 96, and he died at 106, and he maintained that he got an extra 10 years because of qigong, because and with qigong it is this philosophy. It's not just the exercises, it's this letting go, enjoying life, learning that freedom. There's a whole philosophy. It's not just an exercise, it's the whole philosophy behind it. And yeah, he maintained that because he'd lost his wife, and he didn't want to live anymore, and it was his daughter that had pushed, so oh, come do this, and yeah, he his world, and he always maintained that he had 10 awesome years and everything, and he lived that extra 10 years because of what qigong helped him achieve, and again, it's a finger pointing towards the moon. It doesn't have to be qigong, it could be anything. It could be like sitting there looking at a fish, but it's about finding the Tao.
That's it. There's nothing we need to look for really, or to learn. It's all in us. We've got everything in it. The knowledge is in us. This is the biggest thing. I was searching for how I got to where I did, but I got there myself, and that's what I try and show people. I read books trying to find a way. I read NLP stuff in the beginning, and I was like, no, I don't like that. That's manipulative. That's changing someone, not how they naturally are. I don't like all that, and CBT, all that stuff. I was like, no. And yeah, it was my way. I did it my way. Frank Sinatra was right.
But that's the point. When I say when I say Tao, the Tao, a version or translation of it is your personal way, your personal balance. So to be a Taoist doesn't mean that you're all exactly the same. It's that you're a Taoist. But
yeah, someone called me an existentialist. Someone called me an existentialist. I didn't know what that was. Like Jean-Paul Sartre. And then I was like, yeah, I am similar to that. Yeah, naturally I am like that. But there's not a label. I'm me, because there's certain things about that aren't the same as me. So yeah, you find labels, but I'm just me. And it's weird because my name, I'm the only Natalie Musaphia in the world. Apparently, I've googled my name. There's no one. Like that's so special. That's why I kept my surname when I got divorced, and because of the kids having the same as them. But there's only one me in the world, and that, to me, that's really relevant. That says everything. Says it all.
Yeah, you are you, and that's the whole point. But even if there was another one, it wouldn't be you.
No, it wouldn't be me. But it's really weird that there isn't another one, because that doesn't happen.
Well, yeah. I mean, it maybe doesn't happen yet, but now you saying that, I wouldn't be surprised if 20 suddenly popped up out of nowhere. Because one of my ex, my daughter's, even my daughter's name, my ex's name was Alexa. And I never heard of that name Alexa when I first met her in '96. It's now a freaking computer, but it's an app, for goodness sake. And my daughter, her name is Ketra, which is an ancient name which means princess. And never heard of Ketra. Well, you look it up now. So it's funny that the universe will have jokes with you because you sort of say I'm unique, and then suddenly you go, actually, it's 27 other versions. But you're still you. That's what's important. You are you.
That's it.
So I mean, blimey. So what? I'm trying to think of what else. Well, there is no what's happening. Or what's your goal? Because there is no goal, because you are just being you. But I mean,
I'm just alive. I'm just living. That's it. I'm living. There's there's nothing I need or want or have to do or go. I'm happy not to have a holiday again. Every day's a holiday. It's good. It's good. So it's just nature. I get joy from the tiny things. Like last night I saw bats were flying around the pond about 9:30 last night. Oh, that was amazing. I've never seen bat, and the noise they make. You hear the noise. And that was one of my favourite moments ever, seeing bats. Like proper, like when I put the GIF on for the Instagram story, the way they were flying in the GIF was how they were flying in front of me. That was mad. But yeah, stuff like that, and little animals and flowers. Yeah, nature. And I don't, because I don't like the way everyone's going robotic and they get it all identikit. They're getting identikit surgeries, and if they knew the power of just embracing what they are, but I can't help everyone. They can see me, they all see me, but the worst thing is for me is when people want me to appreciate their car or their watch instead of their personality, instead of their soul. I'm going, no, I love you. When they get offended, but don't you like my car? No, it's you. It's so mad that people want you to appreciate the external stuff or the mask they've got on and not their soul. Like, I'm giving them the ultimate compliment. They cannot take it. They don't want to take it.
No.
That baffles me.
Well, you're going to an ultimate truth, because it's what you know. The inside is about, as you say, the soul, the consciousness. You're talking about them, and where society is so obsessed with the outside world, is that is they don't look inward. And like you said, with like nature, there's so much awesome beauty out there, and this is what on the podcast on the Saturday, which is Sit Down with Seafood, and I have talked about the divine feminine, divine masculine, our energies. Where people say, "Oh, yeah, I'm divine," as a woman, I'm a divine feminine, and I'm divine masculine. No, you're missing the point. You're making it an outer thing. They're inequalities. And one of you have the divine feminine, divine masculine, but the inner child, or the sacred child, is about finding that joy, finding that beauty. And you represent big soul. You represent that sacred child as well. That seeing bats and
even in a class I'm teaching, if 3 people are wearing the same colour on their bodies, I'm like, oh, look at you 3, you've got that colour. That I do a lot. And I notice people do not notice things like that. It's colours, it's sounds, it's little features. Yeah, I'm like a child, but I'm old, and that freaks people out. Like you say, I do scare a lot of people. They don't know what to do. I'm just give too much information all the time. People are like, why did you just say that?
But the old is an illusion. You are what you are. And you're aging, but like you don't look your age. Like I don't look. I'm 51, and most people don't even think that. But you are what you feel, and the whole thing of that, embracing those qualities, is that then age is irrelevant. That's just another bit of the computer. It's just another bit of the matrix where they're trying to label you that. And you said it about like women that have been known you in their 70s or plus, and suddenly they dye their hair and their children don't like it because it's this whole thing of, no, you're meant to be in this category. That means you have to act in a certain way. It's like, no, you don't have to act any way at all.
Yeah, I've got at the gym, there's a 91-year-old woman. She's so 20. And then there's a 19-year-old guy that we've attracted each other because our smiles, and we're the same. We're all 3 of us are the same. Like, he's 19, I'm 47, she's 91, but we're the same energy, we're the same young, youthful. It's amazing. I love it, especially when I meet the young ones that are proper shiny and they're not going to change. They've worked it out already. That's so special. And I don't wish, like you say, doesn't matter when you wake up or when you find out what life's about. It just matters that moment. But that's special when they're so young and you think you're going to have a great life. You're just going to get everything you need. You're not going to worry. I don't think the matrix will get to them. I think once you're like late teens, you pass, you can't be got then. Once you're past school, if they haven't programmed you by then, you're all right. You're safe.
Yeah, well, I think like I say, the thing with the reality, you know, well, the movie The Matrix sort of was hinting, because everything hints. The universe talks to us all the time, and everything is telling you stuff, like you say, like seeing different colors. The universe is talking to you all the time through everything else you see. And that's the whole point. And in the Matrix, they sort of say that the Matrix protects, that everybody still plugged into the Matrix will protect themselves. And there was a whole psychology of the best prison is where the prisoners are the guards. And so there's this thing of, like, you know, you have people that will confront you saying you're wrong, or you're too happy, or I actually heard my partner yesterday, who Alice, who's like really positive, and somebody says she's got positive toxicity.
Oh, yeah, I've got that then. I've got that.
What's that?
No, I'm going to do that. I'm like, oh, that's me. Yeah. If you want to call it toxic, because they don't understand it. That's why.
Well, but it's the Matrix. It's it's
Yeah.
because you're seeing things in a certain way. Anybody that's challenging that, you then attack. But the whole point of, and if you're truly with this way of being, that positivity is that you won't attack somebody who's negative, because that's their thing. I send you, when I get haters, I love you. I love you. Yeah. You're awesome. I love you. Bye.
I do it all the time.
And just send them love, because I want, I wish them well, but I'm not going to attack them for not being me. And if you're saying you're spiritual, or saying you're positive, and you're attacking other people for not being you, you're missing.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I totally get that. Yeah.
Cool. Okay. So I don't know. Is there anything else you want to say before we sort of wrap up?
Oh, I don't know. I didn't come prepared. I just came in the moment. But no, just for people to know, there's no rule. There is no rule. You create your own reality. You can do whatever you want. Just be brave to stop following when you know in your gut is telling you that it's not right to follow. I'd rather die than compromise myself now. That I'm not scared of dying. That I've got no fear. Like, I saw someone yesterday, and we were talking about different areas in London. I went, I'd walk anywhere. I'm not scared. I'm not scared. Mm-hmm. And years ago, I would have been scared different places, but I'm not, because I don't know what it is, but there's just no fear of dying, because I'm living. If you're not living properly, you'll be scared of dying. That's when you know that something's got to change, because it's only when you're not scared that you're proper. You've got the life that we need to have to get the full experience, because we are spiritual beings having a human experience. That's a massive thing that I learned years ago, and it's true. I am a human. Like, even yesterday, having my feet done, I felt very human, because that's not what I do now. I'm like, nah, this isn't important. This is not an important thing. But I can be human and join in some of the fun that humans have while I'm here. So I will. But I know that's not it. The way, it's all control. Everyone's controlled so strictly, but you can break out of it, like I did, and you won't look back.
Mm. I think for a lot of people, it's too. They see it so. You must be special, or you must be this to have done it. And it's just about being brave. It's about being bold. It's a scare. Yeah.
I think some people do. Yeah, some people do come here to have just a material existence, I believe, and that's fine. That's their journey. Like, I don't get involved with them. I see them. I let them be. Like, that's what they want from being human this time. So they come back, they might want something different, but this is the thing. You've got to just let everyone, but everyone's different and all come here for different reasons. But humans aren't great. Like, as a collective, that humans low-level vibrational beings. Half of them are dead before they live, yeah. But this is why the shiny ones have to shine even brighter. because they're the ones in the middle. They're the ones in the middle that could go either way. And when you light someone up, that's the best thing ever. When there's a little spark and you fan it, which I've got a lot of young people around me that think differently to how their parents tell them to think or how the majority of their friends think. And they meet me and they're like, oh, it's not wrong. It's not no, it's not wrong. No, I didn't have a you. You've got me. Just carry on. I'm here if you need reassuring that it's not that you're not wrong. Yeah, and I say things that their parents wouldn't say and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, that's amazing when someone lights up because you exist.
Yeah. No, so much. It reminds me that there's I've said it a few times in the past on the show. There's a great story about a little girl on a beach. And there's all these thousands of starfish, and this man's walking along.
Yeah, I like this story though. I like this story.
Yeah, and that whole thing of the man's walking along and he sees this girl and she picks one up and she whispers something to it and puts it in the water, and she does this again and again. The man walks up and says, "What are you doing?" And she says, "I'm saving starfish." And he said, "But there's thousands of starfish. You can't save them all. But I can save this one."
Oh, that makes me cry.
And that's what you're doing. You're the little girl. You're the little girl. And I'm the little girl. Whoa, hey, okay. Well, or a little boy. Or both. But the whole thing is it's about waking, it doesn't matter how many you wake up, it's about keeping yourself awake and bright and flowing with yours, but then, waking, well, it's either waking people or lifting people that little bit, but there is that really important thing because the universe will try to distract you by making you a master or a guru, and it's like, no, I just point the path, I help others and I teach others, and that's the important thing is being that independent, you're just there to wake up who you wake up, and you're just there on your path and they're on them.
It's like master. Someone said it's a master. You're a master. You've done it. You're there. You're showing that you've done it. That's it. Like, people can take what they want from that. But yeah, that's probably it.
Indeed. So where do we find you? How do we find you?
On Instagram, Natalie Musaphia. That's another thing. I always just use my name. Like, people that change their names a lot and have different titles, they're hiding. Do you know what I mean? It's like they're hiding. I think that might be a bit judgmental. But when you just say, this is mine, this is me. I don't even like names, actually. If I didn't have to have a name, I wouldn't have a name. It's just do you know what I mean? Names aren't relevant to me. I always forget them. But yeah, it is Instagram, Natalie Musaphia, my human name.
Yeah, that's your human name. Yeah, so I was, I was born Anthony Carter, and then my birth name is Paul Brighton.
Really?
Yeah, I'm an Anthony Carter. That was my birth name because I'm adopted. I'm actually half Irish, half Russian, born in Whitechapel Hospital, which makes me a Cockney. So then I spent 39 years learning Eastern martial arts. When I used to have long hair, they used to say I look like Rasputin, which I'm not sure that's a good or bad thing, depending on your point of view. But, lover of a Russian queen and all of that. But, and name, it's funny, like, say, I've got so many different names with so many different people. And it's again, what is a name? A name is... names, is a bit of the Matrix as well. Goes back to a certain thing, so that it's whatever resonates with you. Boggy.
I don't have any frills. I've got no frills. That's the main thing. It's just me. There's no extra, although I'm very extra. But
look up this awesome woman on Instagram under Natalie Musaphia. Did I say that right? Ish.
You can say Musaphia, that's all right.
Yeah. Musaphia. And well, Nat, it was great to have you on the show again.
Thank you for having me. It was fun. Hopefully I won't remember. Tomorrow I won't even remember what we said. Right. It's
That's
all
all right.
good.
It's all good. Well,
We're in the
you know,
moment.
if you ever want to come on, but come back again, you're more than welcome.
Oh, I'll come back
I
whenever.
love having you on
Just
the
let
show.
me know.
You're awesome.
Yeah, whenever I'm here. Just let me know.
All right. So what? So anyway, so for the podcast wise, so guys, you can find this show, The Way of Conscious Mindfulness, on Spotify. You're under The Way of Conscious Mindfulness, or Seafood Boggy. You can also find it on the Bring Me to Life Network, which is on there. You also find me on Instagram, Seafood Boggy on Instagram, and you can also find me on YouTube as well, and this show. So that's it for now. So show-wise, you stay there for a second, Nat, but show-wise, everybody else, hope you've enjoyed it. It's been great. So it's goodbye from the beautiful, the wonderful, the lovely, the absolutely delectable Natalie. And it's goodbye from me, Seafood Boggy, or Anthony Carter, if you want to call me that. Or Paul Brighton, or you. I've been called a lot. But anyway, it's goodbye from me. Love, Chi, and Shen. And remember, open up your mind to the way, the conscious way, the way of conscious mindfulness.